Yeah, but I just arrived from college and I'm really tired. But let's talk about going to college. What I'm going to talk about is the Brazilian college experience, most importantly, the Northeastern Brazilian college experience. This may not apply to all regions in Brazil, and this may not represent all that happen in other countries, so be aware of that. If you are someone from another region of Brazil or another region of the world, type your experience of college down below. I'd like to see it. So, college. How do we enter in the public university of Brazil? It's not really that hard. You make the high school national exam, which basically is all the content that you study in high school, and then an essay about a random problematic that you have to solve or debate about it using books, references, solid arguments. Basically, you need to debate about a random problem like intellectual person would, and then after that, you are able to enter the university after the test. You get in, you take your documentation information, and they spent 2 months, at least that was my case, 2 months just to get your information right. Sometimes problems can happen because it is public service. Public services in Brazil are really a weird deal, but it is public service, and then you're in. You're in the Public University of Brazil. So how does it feel? It is not that different from any the private institutions, but let's just say that some experiences are different. The pros, which you're going to talk about first, is that there's a lot of different people. So if you are someone different, someone that consider weird, public university may be your paradise because there are places for everyone in every style and every way possible. Of course, some people may be too much different to you, but to me that was a-okay, I guess. To me that was basically a nice thing. I did not have problems with that. And other things is that the university, at least the one that I studied, really had nice places to hang out and talk. So in case if you had a break or free time, you can just talk with the person in those places. So another pro of this is that the actual access to resources are really high. Disclaimer, there is a con related to this. I'm going to talk about further. But and it's really high and really fast. You just need to say they need a resource, and then they get depending on what resource they can just send you on your way to use it, and after that, bada bing, bada boom, you have it in your hands. It's not that hard to use anything like that. You just need to have the documentation ready and your things organized enough. So, other things is that the people also commenting there, at least in my university, are super nice to us, especially newcomers. And other things is that the basic structure of the university works really well, to say the least. Buildings are not that old and buildings are not that collapsed as some of you may think, since it's a Brazilian university, and I know that you have lots and lots of stereotypes about Brazil. So yeah, the buildings are not collapsing or anything, they're just old. I mean, someone not that old, someone has gone through renovations, but yeah, it is pretty old. The cons are the things that you should worry about when you're getting here. The first con is that your that was to me, I guess. you are too much free. You're too much free to choose whatever you want. So basically, how it works in here, your topics, your the things that you're going to study, they are not predetermined for you. Not even the way that you're gonna work are predetermined. You basically take your topics, the topic you're gonna study, and you organize it in the periods that you're going to have, and you can extend or shorten your permanation in the university by that, and then you basically do it. You not don't need to do it in one go. Some people like me do it based on the past experience with the other topics, and then go on each semester. So, yeah, this freedom can lead to some problems. The first problem is that if you, for example, have a predetermined topic like a calendar, and then you have a really bad grade and then you fail in one of those classes, you can and actually will mess up your structure, your grade structure. And then this can lead to you having to basically pay up some of your classes right in the final steps, including the essay and the final exams. So, yeah, it can be a pain in the ass. The other thing is that teachers, the teaching system and the topic system are not that well related. Sometimes teachers will teach things that you only going to see in a topic that's further away down the line, and you're gonna feel really weird. You're gonna feel like, oh my god, I shouldn't have experienced this. But yeah, you're gonna experience this, so screw you, I guess. And the last con is that we have lots of resources, and that's right, we have lots of resources. But the basically some resources are really, really old and really, really deteriorated. I didn't say that the structure was. I'm saying the resources that we use. For example, some books in here are so old, like so old, they don't even have the cover anymore. It's just central part of the book. The cover is just non-existent. Other thing is that some computers are running on a Windows 7, Windows 10. Windows 10 is not that new, but Windows 7, from a college perspective, it is really old. It is a really old system, and that includes that the security system is not that safe. But you have to remember your social security number in Brazil and basically your address, your bank account, everything is on the public university's data system base. So yeah, if something gets hacked, you're going to have lots and lots of problems in there. So yeah, you're gonna need to work around that. And other resources and examples are, for example, tools that you're gonna need. In my case, since I am in administration business, I just need a computer and, well, the only problem is Windows 10, but we can work around with LibreOffice. But some people like I do not know how to say this class. It's basically being a pet, a vet. So they basically had older tools to their disposal, but yeah, much newer tools and newer equipment that they gonna need to know. They do not have that sense of using experimenting. So basically, yeah, they're gonna learn older techniques, and then further down the line, while they're working on jobs like 9 to 5 or even like uh, shorter jobs. I forgot the name. Holy crap! I'm forgetful. I'm really am tired. They're gonna have to relearn all of that again with a new set of tools and everything, and that's gonna be really hard to them. And maybe because of these tools, some topics are getting left behind, and that can become really an issue down the line. Other thing is, and I think that's what I said earlier, but there are too much different people in here, and that can be great for socialization. I am an extrovert. To me, this is paradise. But I am well aware that there are people that really are dangerous. And this, I think, this falls in every single university in the world. There are dangerous people. There are people with ill intent. So whatever you do, remember to just stay close to your friends, stay close to everyone that you know, and if something bad happens to you or someone, you can report. So that's my experience with college. I did not have any crazy stories, at least not related to this. So yeah, I hope you liked it. I can talk about more in the future, some stories that I have that not that crazy but are interesting. And leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. See ya.